What's up, YouTube? I'm Replicant. This is my wife, Pastanot. We're
Heya.
back with the second trailer for The Flash. If you haven't seen our first trailer reaction for The Flash, it'll be in the description of this video. We were really hyped coming off of that first trailer. I think for me, my hype level was at a 9. What about you?
Probably like an 8 or a 9 for me.
Yeah.
Relatively the same level.
Yeah, that was a really hype trailer. Even when we go to the movies now and we see it play, I'm still like, that's an awesome trailer. Since then, I would say my hype has died down a little bit. I'd say I'm more kind of at like a 6 or a 7 now. For various reasons, such as the promotional material for the movie releasing images and TV spots of visual effects that don't, reflect what I think the quality of this movie should be, because they've had an insanely large budget. I think it was somewhere around 300 million.
Yeah.
The movie's been pushed back, I think, once or twice by a significant amount of time. So it just seems like Warner Brothers has really no excuses to not make this movie as good as it can be. And when I start to see visual effects that don't look great, it definitely makes me a little nervous for if that stuff is going to be cleaned up when the movie does release in June.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, there is an early screening today, and Warner Bros. Did say that the visual effects aren't done yet, but I'm just wary about how much they can really do within, 7 weeks, I guess.
If that.
Right. Besides that, the other thing that kind of made my hype die down a little bit, there was a rumor that came out that said that Warner Bros. Was taking out all of the Snyderverse references. So that made me really nervous as well, because, in my eyes, this movie, to me, could be the last great DC movie that has the Snyderverse characters. Because The Flash pays homage to the Snyderverse in such a big way, regarding Ben Affleck, Ezra Miller, Michael Shannon, I just want this movie to be as good as it can be, and to hear that Warner Bros. Is actively taking out references from the Snyderverse doesn't instill a lot of confidence in me that they're doing right by the fans. I don't know if that's true or not. However, I would like to know, based on anyone that's seen the early screening or has heard information that has come out, from that early screening, is that true? Has there been references that were taken out from the Snyderverse, or was it, BS? I'm still hyped. 6 or 7 is still pretty hyped relative to like what my hype was for Shazam 2 or Blue Beetle, which was essentially 0. I didn't see Shazam 2. I don't have any plans to see Blue Beetle. So, no matter what happens, I'm still hyped for The Flash. I'm still going to be there opening weekend. I think things have just kind of come out since that first trailer that has sort of dampened my hype a little bit. But I'm really hoping this trailer kind of puts me back up to that 9 or 10. That's sort of the hope from this trailer that's coming out. Is it going to, boost a sense of confidence in me for this movie? That's kind of where I was at, where I'm at with it now. What about you?
I guess I kind of want just a little bit more answers, because it looks like the second Barry has the Michael Keaton Batman suit with the Flash logo painted over it. I want to know if second Barry is what I'm going to call him, was already established as the Flash or hasn't been and chose not to. I just want to know a little bit more about that, because I don't know anything,
It's unclear
It's
on
unclear.
if the Barry Allen from the Keaton-verse is the Flash.
Exactly, yeah.
Right? Or does he have the powers, but he hasn't made his presence known yet, which might explain why Keaton's Batman helps him out with getting him his own suit that, parallels the Barry Allen from the Snyderverse suit. Yeah, that stuff all looks really cool. I'm really hyped for, Michael Keaton's Batman,
Yes.
Ben Affleck's Batman, Michael
Yes.
Shannon's returning,
Yes.
Supergirl.
Yes.
Yeah, it all looks really exciting. All the pieces are there for like an incredible DC movie. Again, it's really just the visual effects that are kind of putting me off. For example, the shot that they released of Ben Affleck's Batman from the TV spot did not look very good. That's something that I really can't get behind. Like, do not make Ben Affleck's Batman look bad. This could be the last time that we ever see him. I don't want it to be ruined by shoddy VFX work. So
Agreed.
it looks like Warner Bros. Knows that they have work to do in that regard, since they came out ahead of the early screening and they said, hey, just so you know, the visual effects aren't done yet. I'm just curious how much they can really get done within, 6 weeks or so. So where are you at now with it, your hype scale?
I'm a cautious 7.
Okay, I would agree with that.
I'm a cautious 7.
Yeah, so we were both probably at like a 9.
Yeah.
And I would agree that I'm also a cautious 7. Look, I want this movie to be amazing. I'm so hyped for it. Really, I am. It's just Warner Bros. Doesn't have any excuses to not make this movie as good as it can be, with, the amount of reshoots, the budget that's gone into it, pushing it back. And it's just like, it's been a bit of a nightmare leading up to this movie until recently, where the marketing push has finally started. As far as it being probably the last movie that's going to house any of the Snyderverse characters, it's important to me as a fan of those movies that this is as good as it possibly can be. As a Snyderverse fan, I want it to be good. Even though it's not specifically by Zack Snyder, it's not specifically a Zack Snyder movie, it still pays homage to that universe in such a big way. Very curious to know if the Snyderverse references were taken out or not, because that's a very important part of this movie to me, is the Snyderverse aspects. And it would be a real shame if Warner Bros. Just decided to, because they already took out Superman from the ending, them taking the next step and saying, hey, we're going to just take out all the Snyderverse stuff. Doesn't make any sense to me, since this movie is supposed to be, to Warner Bros. Putting a cap on that franchise and moving into the next chapter. So you don't do that by taking out all of the references from the chapter that you're concluding. It makes no sense to do that, and it's, again, very disrespectful to fans. But the unfortunate part is that I'm not surprised that Warner Bros. Would do that, which is why I'm really, really dying to know if they actually did or not. Like, was that just a rumor, or was it a legitimate leak? So I'm thinking we'll have more answers to that after today and the embargo lifts.
Yep.
Maybe those questions can start to be answered. But
Yep.
I mean, until then, look, we got the trailer to watch, and it's 2:59 right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to find it on YouTube. Okay, guys, here we are. Flash official trailer 2. All right, 3, 2, 1.
I lost my parents.
Keaton's Batman.
That pain made me who I am.
Whoa, look at that Batcave. It's
That
like an
was cool.
updated Batcave of the
Spent a
Burtonverse.
lifetime trying to right the wrongs of the past. As if fighting crime would bring my parents back.
Bruh.
Wow.
You actually did it.
That was.
Okay.
Imagine what you've been through.
I love you, Monkey.
You lost both parents in one day.
Barry!
I went back in time to save my parents. But instead, I completely broke the universe.
If you went back and changed the past, this world must die.
You changed the future. Do you know what this symbol stands for? Means hope, right? I will help you fight Zod.
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yo! Okay.
I have to undo what I did.
These scars we have make us who we are. I'm not meant to go back and fix them.
Oh man, that looks so
Don't let
sick.
your tragedy define you.
Oh! I'm so excited to see. Oh man.
No matter
Wow.
what we do,
Bruh.
we're not going to be able to fix this. No! Nobody dies!
Yo, it's so sick, yo. Oh man.
You're strapped to your parachutes.
Where's yours?
Doesn't need one. Oh man, that was a good trailer.
Yeah.
Lots of good Batman content.
Yes.
You can never go wrong with Batman. So
No.
it was really great to see as much Keaton as we saw in that trailer. And I mean, yeah, I'd say my hype is definitely back up. I'd say it's probably at an 8 right now. Before at trailer 1, it was a 9. It's like a solid 8, I would say.
Mine's
me.
like probably like an 8.5, 8.7. I am loving the Supergirl content. I want her to be like this brawler, you know, take no crap. I am so excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, I am so excited.
Yeah, it looks really good. And we saw some similar shots from the TV spots, and
The
it didn't really bother me too much. I don't know.
It wasn't that bad in motion.
Yeah,
It wasn't
it's-
terrible in motion. So
I would say everything we saw looked fine.
yeah.
After the first trailer, I was like, the CGI definitely needs some work. I was never taken out of this trailer by the CGI this time.
No, not at all.
Truly, I did feel nervous after the first trailer, watching some of, the shots, and it didn't look quite so good. But, I definitely didn't get that feeling this time. It looks really good. That was a really good trailer.
Yes, wow, I loved it.
Yeah. It looks just like a really hype DC movie. Yeah, it was a good trailer. I'm gonna watch it again after this video. I just hope it's as good as the trailers are letting on, or the narrative that Warner Bros. Is going with. It's a little cringe, the best DC movie ever, best DC movie since The Dark Knight. Like, we've had Logan, Joker, the Batman, Zack Snyder's Justice League since The Dark Knight, right? Like, it's a bit of a meme at this point to continue to use The Dark Knight as the gold standard.
Yeah.
So it looks really good, but come on, all right? We're gonna be heading right into the early reactions, which I'm gonna be all over Twitter, talking about it. If you're on Twitter, give me a follow. It's the Batman Artist. If you want to talk DC movies, if you want to maybe hang out with us in the Batman space, I'm a Batman cosplayer. We take a lot of pride in that work. So you can see that on Instagram. So follow us on there for everything Batman specifically. But yeah, we'll see you guys on the other side. Let us know what you thought of this trailer in the comments down below. You know what I'm really digging the most about this trailer is just like all the Michael Keaton stuff.
Yes. Oh my gosh, he looks so cool.
He looks so good. That's honestly the thing I'm most excited for, is to see a return of that Batman, and to see everything that's gone on in his world since the 1992 Batman Returns.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get that. It looks like this trailer, if this trailer did anything, it showed us that we're gonna get a lot of Michael Keaton's Batman. So
Good.
yeah, we're definitely gonna binge those movies before The Flash. I would say the ultimate sort of watch list for The Flash is gonna be Batman 89, Batman Returns, Man of Steel, Ultimate Edition of Batman v Superman, and then Zack Snyder's Justice League. And then, you'll be ready for The Flash. Well, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. We do a lot of cool stuff on the channel. Feel free to browse what we have available. If you want to hang out with us, play video games, talk about movies, consider subscribing. And we'll see you for the next video.